This video summarizes 12 timeless ideas from Morgan Housel's book, The Psychology of Money. These ideas aren't about stock tips or market predictions. They're about how humans actually behave with money. And once you understand that, your financial decisions become much clearer. Idea 1. No one is crazy. No one thinks they're bad with money. People make financial decisions based on their own experiences. Someone who grew up during high inflation doesn't trust cash. Someone who lived through a market crash doesn't trust stocks. Both believe they're right. The problem is, personal experience makes up a very small part of history. Lesson: your financial beliefs feel logical to you, but they're shaped by your past, not universal truth. Idea 2. Luck and risk are invisible. We love stories of success, but we often ignore how much luck played a role, and we underestimate how much risk affects failure. Two people can make the same decision. One becomes wildly successful. The other fails. Not because one was smarter, but because outcomes are influenced by things we can't see. Lesson: judge decisions by their process, not just their results. Idea 3. Never enough history is full of people who had everything and still lost it all. Not because they were poor, but because they didn't know when to stop. There is no finish line in wealth, no number that guarantees satisfaction. Lesson: the hardest financial skill isn't making money. It's knowing when enough is enough. Idea 4. Compounding needs time. Warren Buffett is one of the richest investors in history, but his real advantage wasn't genius. It was time. He stayed invested for decades, and compounding did the heavy lifting. Small gains, repeated over a long period, create extraordinary results. Lesson: time is more powerful than talent. Idea 5. Getting wealthy versus staying wealthy. Getting wealthy often requires taking risks, starting businesses, making bold moves. But staying wealthy is different. It requires humility, caution, and the ability to survive bad times. Many people lose money not because they were wrong, but because they took too much risk. Lesson: survival is the most underrated financial skill. Idea 6. Tails drive everything. A small number of events explain most success. In investing, a few great decisions matter far more than hundreds of average ones. Most companies fail. Most investments are mediocre. But the few big winners outweigh everything else. Lesson: be patient and give rare opportunities time to work. Idea 7. Freedom is the ultimate dividend. The highest return money provides isn't luxury. It's freedom. Freedom to control your time. Freedom to choose how you live. Freedom to say no. Money is valuable because it gives you options. Lesson: financial independence is about control, not consumption. Idea 8. Wealth is what you don't see. People often confuse wealth with appearance. Cars, houses, watches. But those things are spent money. Real wealth is what you don't see. Savings, investments, financial security. Lesson: true wealth is invisible. Idea 9. Save without a reason. You don't need a specific goal to save money. Savings give you flexibility. They allow you to react when life surprises you. Unexpected events don't announce themselves in advance. Lesson: saving isn't about planning the future. It's about being ready for it. Idea 10. Reasonable beats rational. The best financial plan isn't the smartest one. It's the one you can stick to. A reasonable plan that works for decades beats a perfect plan you abandon during stress. Lesson. Consistency matters more than optimization. Idea 11. Expect the unexpected. The most important events in history were surprises. Market crashes, economic shifts, life changes. Yet we plan as if the future is predictable. Lesson. A good plan assumes things will go wrong. Idea 12. Leave room for error. The most important part of any financial plan is leaving room to be wrong. Overconfidence destroys wealth. Flexibility protects it. People who survive don't try to be perfect. They build buffers. Lesson. Margin of safety keeps you in the game. Money isn't about spreadsheets. It's about behavior, patience, humility, self-control. Master those, and the math becomes easy. If this video helped you think differently about money, consider subscribing for more timeless ideas on wealth and thinking.